human
never
food
visited
consumption.
my place.
How do you know?
Because if you had, you'd know that you're talking a load of shit.
And what animals do you farm? What is your industry, may I
I run a
ask?
goat dairy.
First and foremost,
I run a goat dairy. Now, for a start, we don't rape our animals.
Yes, you use euphemisms such as artificial insemination, which
I
is
don't
rape.
use artificial insemination. I run my bucks with my herd. My bucks get the girls when the girls are in season, and only then. And it's their choice, nature's choice. We allow our kids to stay on their mother. We only take the excess milk. So you're talking a load of shit.
But you're making profit from animals, right? They're commodities to you.
No,
you
I
have
sell
ownership
their
over
milk
them.
so that they can get food. They get fed. They get fed better than I do.
Our argument here is that
No,
animals
your
should be bred
argument,
into existence in the first place to be made
your argument has
commodified.
nothing to do with exactly what I do. So until
You are abusing your animals.
No,
That's
I'm
what
not.
you do. Yes.
Let me ask
You're
you
making
something.
profit
If
from
I'm
them.
abusing my animals, why is it that I can walk out in the paddock, I can call them by name, and every single one of my animals come up and want to rub their faces on me?
What's up, beautiful people of YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. My name is Elario, your host, and today I'm back with another video to check out with you guys. This is called Vegans versus Farmers, Hardcore Heated Debate. Oh my. Guys, let's check this one out.
Your statement, Tash, saying if you're not a vegan, you're an animal abuser. Please elaborate.
Yes, so all animal industries, including the meat, dairy and egg industries, leather, wool, fur, feather, scales, they're all inherently abusive and they all murder animals to make profit from them or once they're considered no longer profitable to the industries. Animals are blatantly abused in these industries. I could run plenty of examples. I'll start with the meat industry. An example is pigs. They are 6 months old when they're forced into carbon dioxide gas chambers and they literally burn from the inside out. We've been outside these slaughterhouses hearing these pigs scream. We've been inside piggeries and seen babies dying on the floor having seizures. We've seen mothers in these crates with tears in their eyes because they spent their entire life in a crate, forced to repeatedly give birth to these babies. This is the meat industry.
She wants to cry.
Let's move on to the dairy industry where mothers are raped and once they give birth after a 9-month pregnancy, her baby is often immediately taken away from her. Why? So you can drink her breast milk. If her baby is born male, he's murdered. He's shot in the head on the spot by the farmer or he's sent to a slaughterhouse to be processed as veal. We're talking about babies just days to weeks old. This is the dairy industry. In the egg industry, chickens are forced to lay hundreds more eggs than they're naturally bred to. And the male chicks are macerated on their first day of life because they're born male. So that's the same in the dairy industry. The males are murdered as babies because they're not considered profitable. These industries subject animals to enslavement, rape, torture, abuse, and murder. And they should have the right to live just like we do. And we need to stop oppressing species. If you don't believe me, you can go onto YouTube and watch Dominion. It's an Australian documentary. We've both met people who took the footage in these industries. They suffer from severe PTSD from what they've witnessed. They risk their lives to get this footage. It's not propaganda. See it for yourself. We've both been inside these places and we've seen what is happening to non-human animals. And it is an absolute atrocity. It is more than abuse. It's the largest Holocaust in history, with 3 trillion individuals brutally murdered every year just for
You've
human
never
food
visited
consumption.
my place.
How do you know?
Because if you had, you'd know that you're talking a load of shit.
And what animals do you farm? What is your industry, may I
I run a
ask?
goat dairy.
First and foremost,
I run a goat dairy. Now, for a start, we don't rape our animals.
Yes, you use euphemisms such as artificial insemination, which
I
is
don't
rape.
use artificial insemination. I run my bucks with my herd. My bucks get the girls when the girls are in season, and only then. And it's their choice, nature's choice. We allow our kids to stay on their mother. We only take the excess milk. So you're talking a load of shit.
But you're making profit from animals, right? They're commodities to you.
No,
you
I
have
sell
ownership
their
over
milk
them.
so that they can get food. They get fed. They get fed better than I do.
Our argument here is that
no, your argument
in the first place to be
your argument has
commodified.
nothing to do with exactly what I do. So
you are abusing your animals.
No,
that's
I'm not.
what you do. Yes.
Let me ask you something.
Profit
if I'm abusing my animals, why is it that I can walk out in the paddock, I can call them by name, and every single one of my animals come up and want to rub their faces on me? Mm-hmm. If I'm abusing them, why are they so friendly to me?
Can you tell me what happens once they're considered no longer profitable to you?
They are not. They're never considered no longer profitable to me.
Once they can no longer produce breast milk, they reach a certain age where they can't be
that's
pregnant.
the other thing where you say that we rape them. The thing is, my goats, I've got one there that's been milking for 5 years, and she produces 3.5 litres of milk a day.
You didn't answer our question.
What question was that?
Once they're considered no longer profitable, when they can no longer produce breast milk,
because I'm a canine.
What happens with them?
I eat them because I'm a canine.
And is that abuse or not?
No, it's not. I eat the damn things.
How do they die?
How do they die? I kill them.
You kill them.
Myself.
Is that not abuse?
No.
If you were to be killed, would that be a form of abuse?
No.
No, okay.
I've done that. I've actually killed human beings. I was a soldier. I'm an ex-soldier.
This is your farmer.
I'm an ex-soldier. I'm not everyday farmer. I'm just happen to be an ex-soldier. So I have killed people. But I have killed people at the instigation of the government. Not my choice.
Yeah, but you murder animals and you abuse them.
I don't murder
and you make
animals.
profit from them.
I don't murder animals.
Yes, you do.
Can you
tell me how?
Sorry, I just interject very quickly? I think where we're getting lost here in the conversation is you guys want to know at what time do the animals get killed? Do the animals get killed when they're sick? Do they die of old age?
Well, by the time
are they killed prematurely?
By the time the animals are no longer viable as milkers, they're 16 or 17 years of age. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to put that into an equivalent human being age, they're 75.
Okay.
And what do we do with human beings when they're 75? Do we kill them?
Well, a lot of people would like to. I'm 70.
But what we're saying here, regardless of whether they're murdered or not, which they blatantly are murdered, the act of actually breeding animals into existence and using them as slaves and commodities to consume their breast milk is absolutely unnecessary. We do not need to be enslaving others of different species to be consuming their breast milk. Replace it with humans and you'll see how immoral it is. What if we got a group of female women and enslaved them and started stealing their breast milk from them? And there's no doubt that their babies are taken away from them. I think you're blatantly lying there. Their babies are taken away from them so he can make profit from her breast milk.
You need to
he
come
wants
and have a
her
look.
breast milk in your mouth. He doesn't want it in the babies. The babies are murdered.
No, they're not. They're still. My babies are running around in the paddock.
What
with their
happens
mums.
to the males?
The males? Well, those that I can't sell as breeding stock, I keep until they're around about 2 years old. And then I eat them. I'm a carnivore. I'll admit it. I like to eat meat.
Actually, you have the choice. You're not a carnivore because
I
we're
do
all
have a
omnivores
choice.
and we can
And
thrive and survive on a plant-based diet.
My choice is I like to eat meat.
Wait 1 second. You just said you're not a carnivore. What do you mean by that?
Well, humans are omnivores, so that means we can thrive and survive on a plant-based diet. So he's not a carnivore because otherwise you'd only be able to thrive and survive on flesh.
Excuse me, dear. You said omnivore, which means that we eat both meat and plant-based products. We have a choice.
Yeah. All right.
And
so
just because you have made your choice, don't put your choice on me. I want to be able to choose for myself.
Yeah. All right. So just to quickly touch on the can humans thrive on a plant-based diet solely? No animals. It is completely doable.
Well,
leading
kids do it all the time.
Yeah, so leading dietetic associations, people that study the human diet around the world, are all at the consensus that we can thrive on a plant-based diet.
We got a choice.
In Dubai, you're not allowed to drink. In Saudi Arabia, you're not allowed to drink. In Australia, you are. Like it comes down to choice. So just because you've chosen not to eat meat does not mean the next person has to. Though. And where the issue is, and I'm not like taking any sides here. As a meat eater myself, just because you've chosen not to eat meat, no one would bat an eye if you don't eat meat.
Sure.
The problem is when you try to push your ideologies on other people to eat meat.
I'm glad you brought this up.
I
am glad you brought this up because that's an important thing to consider. The fact that we have a choice. You're taking the choice away from animals. They have a right to live, and by eating meat,
do you drink?
Drink what?
Do you drink liquor? Do you smoke weed?
No, I do not.
You do not?
No, I do not. No. Okay, I'll just continue with that. I'll just finish that at least. So we're saying we have the choice. We do have the choice. You can choose to consume animals if you want to. You can murder and abuse them via farmers and paying your money to farmers to do it. But you do have a choice, and that's because the animals do not have a choice. They are forced into carbon dioxide gas chambers, as Tash said, in the pig industry, or at least they're going to have a shot to their head. If any of you were in those animals' position, I'm sure you wouldn't want that to happen to you. If your oppressor has a choice, you would want them to choose the choice of non-violence and peace.
What about plants? Do they have a choice?
Do plants have a choice? Are you saying they're sentient and they have a nervous system?
They've proven that they do. It's been proven they do.
Even the crowd, bro. Even the crowd has had it up to here. Oh my God. Hey, you know the part that fascinated me at the beginning when she was saying they are forced into carbon dioxide chambers. They are born from the inside out. I could see tears forming in this lady's eye. Oh my God. See, the way these guys, this girl and this boy, the way they are fighting for the babies of these animals, the way they are fighting for their lives, if this is the way they can fight for people that want to do abortion en masse to stop, I believe the world will be a better place. What rubbish. Look, I'm not even going to lie. I'm speechless with amusement because the whole thing she's describing doesn't happen on the farm. Like, it doesn't. Still impacting gender differences in the midst of animals. Saying you kill them because they are born male. You kill their babies. I believe, not even I believe, I know that every offspring of every living thing has a name. You know, the goats give birth to kids. That's why we humans are called, our young ones are called children, not kids. If you are still calling your child a kid, then you're wrong. Just note that. You know, the goats have kids. The cows have calves. You know, horses have mares. Donkeys have foals. Lions have cubs. Chickens have chicks. You know, address them by their proper title. I believe that would make more sense. You saying that we are killing the babies. Look, do you ever sit to think that if they were actually killing the males of this animal's offspring, how would the next generation for them to abuse, as you put it, come in play? Because they can't give them a human sperm, or, as you said, they are raping them. If they are raping them, what do you think they're going to give birth to? Look, whether it's artificial insemination, which I'm pretty sure they don't do, you need a male present. So you saying that they kill them at the beginning of their life as soon as they are born, it doesn't make sense. I've seen movies where to kill the animals, they actually shoot them through the head, But those are animals that are mature and good enough for food. Look, I don't know how you thrive without the taste of meat. I mean, meat is nice, milk is nice, egg is nice. These three things that you are saying we should deprive ourselves of are like the first class of proteins before you even see beans or granules or things like that. Even fish. You want to deny us these four things on this stupid ideology that you have? Look, just as that black guy said, I'm not going to fault you for being vegan, for choosing not to eat meat. But you can't force that ideology down my throat and make it sound as insane as this. Look, I don't even know how best to even explain what I feel inside right now, because murder, that we are murdering animals, is a rather strong word. Yeah, we slaughter them. We behead them to prepare. Look, this is not a fight against vegans. But this particular set of people are actually bringing the war. They're actually starting a war. I've seen all these, there are numerous movies of all this save the animal life. And the funny thing is that in these movies, yeah, that animal they're trying to save ends up killing them. Because you're fighting for something that doesn't even know it's being fought for. And frankly, doesn't even want to be fought for. You're fighting for something that has no mental ability to talk. It has no mental ability to comprehend what's going on. It has no mental ability to actually appreciate what you're doing. Everything in life, everything on this earth has a role. And in the beginning, both plants and animals were created for food. Both plants and animals were created for food. And if you don't breed animals, then even your plant can't grow. You feel like plants are not living things. Well, they are. Because in basic elementary science, when they say least living things, plants, animals, human beings. So if animal manure or if animal dung was not there to fertilize those plants you love to eat, you won't have them. And if there is no one to carry or farm that manure to where it is needed, then you won't even see healthy plants to eat. See, it's a cycle of life, right? Even in the wilderness, in the forest, the carnivores hunt the omnivores. Do you get that? When the herbivores eat grass, their main point of nutrition, the carnivores then eat the herbivores. And we humans just happen to be omnivores. We eat both plants and animals. We are gathering and sucking up all the nutrients to make us grow. I'm not saying vegans are lacking anything. And literally, I've not seen any human that survives on entirely meat. But you can agree with me that both plant and animal food constitute a very, very substantial part of our diet that make up our nutrition. So this ridiculous argument is something else. And just as he rightly pointed out, just as he said, the male cows mate with the females during the season. I don't know if you guys watch Nat Geo Wild, but you see that every animal has their season. Every animal has a period of time when they mate. They have a period of time when they give birth. They have a period of time when they hunt. They have a period of time when they sleep. You know, it's life. There are things put in place that we don't understand, but we can help, cultivate. We can learn from. We can utilize. So, I don't know, man. This her theory, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't, because you can't, there's no moral ground for you to say that they murder them, they rape them, they remove their they forcefully take their offspring, because you even trying to compare a human to animals is in every sense stupid, because we are not them. We can't be them and they can't be us. And funny thing is, if the roles were reversed, the same thing would still happen. So, the comparison, no, it's really not necessary. For real, because even God has made man lord over the animals. God made man lord over the animals. He made us more intelligent than them. He made us smarter than them. Even the animals that scientists have tried to prove that we came from still are not us. They look like us, but they don't have our DNA. They don't even have up to 50% of our DNA. Now, rats that are used as test subjects in the labs to make drugs for the betterment of you and I, rats that bear no semblance whatsoever to you and I, have a certain fraction of our DNA, which makes them compatible subjects of experiment. You can't compare the two. There is no way you can compare the two. And trying to integrate a moral high ground for these animals, really, I really don't know if she believes what she's saying. What she's doing is only honorable for endangered species, right? There are some species that man in history has hunted down, killed, and wiped from the surface of the earth. Poachers. We call these people poachers. They indiscriminately hunt some species. Now, even then, I believe that these species they hunted may have posed a threat or something of the sort to them. Hence, they need to take it out. I'm not defending them, no. But even if you want to save the animals, it should be those endangered species, not the domestic ones that we use for everyday life. Now, he asked another question that I also liked. If these animals are suffering abuse, as you term it, then why do they want to run up to him, feel him, have him rub their heads, pat their backs, play with them? Why would they want that? The thing is, they have accepted their role in life, no matter how you see it. That's the natural order of things. Even pet dogs, when they give birth, after the weaning period, when the puppies have, sucked the milk, they are off the breast milk and all that, they are resold. Do these puppies turn on their owners? Or do these big dogs turn on their owners? No. Because, give or take, they have been programmed that way. Even in the jungle, after a certain period of time, the young lion cubs leave their parents. It's the way of life. You can't try to hamper it or tarnish it with whatever name tags you put there. It's just not possible. It makes no sense. And all these emotions for animals, for real, is hypocritical. Put this energy into saving the next generation of human beings that are being aborted on a daily. I believe then we'll have a concrete argument. Guys, please, tell us what you think about this video in the comment section. And do well to leave a thumbs up for us at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. And stay safe.